You have some decent tools to deal with him in the fights, especially if you can get utility on later in the form of Lotus Orbs. Like, Lotus Force Staff are still extremely good versus Razor when he doesn't have the IO to boost him up in the fights or help him reclose the gap. On top of that, you have Surge, and on top of the Surge, you have a Breaker and a Rubik, two heroes, at least one of which goes through the BKB, and the Rubik Shard can lift throw someone away. There's a lot of tools in this game that Liquid can use to break the links. And the second that happens, Razor tends to be a little lackluster of a hero.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I kind of like what Liquid have going for them. On the flip side, I do think if you look at these three gaming cores, it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of just right-click going into the monkey and the TA, where Breaker and Rubik are not necessarily going to help you swing that for a long time in this game. So you kind of have to just build some momentum through the Breaker Darkseer here, in my opinion, and get that massive team fight in the charges, the shells, the Surge going for you, and really kite out the Razor and the Morphling.
Now, another interesting part that happened in the draft is that Liquid, in some ways, forced Gaming Gladiators to take this Pangolier, because they actually banned some of the better counters to the Pango and forced Gaming Gladiators to, okay, in this second phase, you're going to have to pick up this Pango right away.
Bottle comes out way faster here for Nisha than Quinn, and he pushed him off the wave even on those early exchanges. I don't think Quinn's too happy with how these early meld exchanges went. No. This is where you can build that advantage and then just abuse regen to the point where you're significantly ahead, especially if you get ancient stacks to back it up. I think it's something we didn't see in some of these other TA Pango matchups, where the TA didn't gain enough of a lead where you also had ancient stacks and you could play the fast game.
For it.
And
hits
one
level
more hit.
3 first, and I think he's just going to leave him. The Spirit Breaker's coming in with the charge, but
yeah,
because of the bottle, they stop it.
Too much regen to come in and I'll kill. You don't want to throw something away here.
Sure.
He's going to drag the Breaker off the lane, which means Zai is going to get zoned off bottom versus an Undying Morphling lane, a pretty damn tough lane.
But they get first blood on the other side.
Yeah, Monkey King able to put level 2 Tree Dance to work earlier on this lane and connect for the kill. Pretty much an uncommon build for Monkey, but pretty nice when you're getting your damage stolen by Link anyway.
Yeah.
The thing about Pango is that I think it's a hero, when you pick it, you're almost happy if that lane is your roughest lane. Yeah. It's just Pango. Like, this hero can always play from behind, it can always catch up. Now, I don't think it's looked that good at this tournament from that position, at least compared to some of those Pango patches, which you could sacrifice it more. Still, this is going to be one of those games where, you know, you pick this Pango third, you know it's going to have a rough lane, it's going to have a counter pick. You're just making it elsewhere on the side lanes and going to let Quinn come back off of some team fighting.
Oh, we got him with the Psi Blades!
I saw it.
Boy, this is just terrible. They have to put a support, an extra support in that top lane to kind of like push back against the Razor aggression. But it frees up supports elsewhere. It means that Gaming Gladiators may have an advantage. Oh, gets bumped over to the other side of this cliff area here. Nisha could be hit a couple more times perhaps. Quinn is going to go for the support kill instead. Lining it up on the Rubik. Doraccio joining in on this fight. Still not quite enough, but the swashbuckle will finish him off thanks to that Arcane Rune.
As Arcane Rune's doing mad work. Did not get the shield rune though.
Zai coming in through the side. He hits the vacuum onto a lot of heroes with the ion shells, but he did come into this fight half health. Look at Mickey. He has Tree Dance his way all the way across the map to join in this engagement. Everybody coming mid lane. Both
was at the roughest end of this bargain.
Yeah. He's got no support to play with most of the time. It does seem like Liquid, maybe off of the good momentum and the laning dominance that Nisha had in game 1, it feels like they're playing a little bit more for Nisha to carry the game.
Not a bad idea. If you're going to pick a player in the world to try and carry you.
Look at they're just trying to keep Doraccio in this wall. It might actually work here. The charge is going to come through, and that's enough. Wow. Doraccio.
Okay.
His aggression plays against him here as he did not respect what Liquid could have done there.
No, not at all. That wall illusion did some work and pretty solid in this game, as well as these lucky shots. You land some disarms on the TA and the Monkey, might just win you a team fight.
All right, Avery, if somebody calls GG right now, it'll be the shortest game of the tournament.
It will also be the biggest inquiry we've ever seen in Dota.
Oh, a TA Trap on the high ground is going to be able to spot Celery as well. He's going to get a Tombstone out on the high ground. They are not going to be able to save that Undying. Nisha's going to take some damage in the turnaround. Babaxi and the Monkey King is here as well. They're going for the kill on Doraccio, and they have him as well.
Damn.
Liquid, once again, coming off of a laning phase and immediately start getting some wins.
It's a huge pickup for them. Second death on this Morphling in a game where you didn't really expect him to die. And 6 charges on that Deso already for Nisha. Walks into a haste through.
Ace, you gotta be careful. Oh, they're gonna go for Tofu instead. Tofu can't get the taser off in time to protect himself against the physical damage. And they need to be careful of this. Hasted up to get a disarm onto the Templar Assassin, but there's too many other heroes of Liquid here. Okay,
Boxy sacrifices
this one to get off the Rolling Thunder. He gives his life in order to win yet
Not reasonable.
Gwyn. He might be baited by the fact that Boxy cancels his charge and won't be expecting more heroes to be here. TP get off the Rolling Thunder. Tofu's going to try and clear some way. They have a stolen charge out from Dyrachyo. He morphs into the Spirit Breaker, and they do manage to get that Spirit Breaker kill. And Nisha is struggling to put damage onto a single hero. Gets disarmed by the Pango. Something he's going to have to deal with all game long because he's also going Heaven's Halberd.
Stolen charge, going to commit onto the Darks here.
Turn around. Can't even get off a vacuum there, and Mickey gets off the Wukong's command with nobody inside of it. Now he's stuck here, and Liquid are being corralled around.
Meld hit. That's a lot with the monkeys.
Oh, it is a lot with the Boundless Strike landing as well. The telekinesis is going to allow Mickey to be able to get into the trees. Nisha has refraction, so he should be kind of fine here. Or maybe not. Celery, they're going to keep chasing after him. Nisha into the trees, turns around. Oh, that was going to be a bit of a whip there. And Tofu to deliver the final blow.
With this blink aggressively, even into a tombstone or something, and maybe help commit on a big core while the stuns are out. You also have Mech and Pike.
They are still strong.
And some defensive items coming out for gaming. You have this halberd on the Razor. This item goes both ways, but generally it's a bit more defensive to finish it. And Hurricane Pike,
they're going to try and burst down the Pango. They got him. The taser could not save him. The BKB helping Nisha able to clear through that debuff pretty quickly. And they stole mines.
That is a very good steal here.
Their carry certainly going to help. Nisha lurking on the side here. Dyrachyo, what he may not expect, is a Monkey King in the trees, who's going to jump onto Nisha. 35 seconds left on that Aegis, so Nisha, he's probably going to die here, but his team needs to get to help here to help with Insania. Great saves. Mickey's bound the strike, but the Aegis does go down, and Quinn's going to line it up now. They know no BKB for some of these heroes for this fight. This Templar Assassin is dead, and there's nothing Liquid can do about it.
No BKB, no escape. Once more, Dyrachyo. It's a lot of disarm and slow. Even Elven Tunic on Dyrachyo. Everything is just aimed at fighting this one-on-one physical battle between Lucky TA and their core.
Oh, no, again.
A free
win. Caught here because he had an Invis rune, thought he was fine to be able to scout, but a high ground ward and a sentry linked with it means that they will lose not only him, but possibly Tofu as well. Boy, that was some burst. Catch him perhaps. The plasma field spots him out the Rolling Thunder. They go for Zai instead. Zai in the middle of all these heroes gets off a vacuum. Can he get off the wall? No. With the Wukong's command a little bit late, they cannot take advantage of the vacuum setup. He immediately buys back. Him and Boxy both need to get here for this fight. But Dyrachyo is already scouting them out. They want to catch these heroes. They want to catch these two while they're alone. Bounce him into the wall. Boxy does that much for them. Mickey's going to jump in desperately. He's got the nullifier on Aang, trying to focus him. He's getting away from that static link, though. Meanwhile, Quinn's going to die to the damage of the Templar Assassin, who TP'd back here. Meanwhile, Insania tossing away Tofu. Boxy's going to help him out with that one. He does have some mines to be able to lay down here. Aang's chasing after Mickey. Mickey going to be stuck. Bound the strike onto two. Can he jump into the trees? Gaming Gladiators not going to pursue him. They know they have to be scared of Nisha, who's coming in, vacuum back in onto the two of them with the charge on top of that one, lining up things nicely. They finish off Ace. Now they chase for more. Mickey wants as much as possible out of this one. Turns around, stops the TP away from Tofu. They'll collect the Undying support as well. Both of these supports will go down, unable to get away. And even
Darks here up there, that might just be Roshan, right? And yet turn this game. Liquid able to recompose her. Also, normal punch is another thing that can just disjoint Ace sticking on a hero.
Sure.
Like that spells a significant knockback and stun. I feel like it's hard for him to go on a target main arm without a
double damage on Nisha. That's going to be some damage. Now they run into the tankiest hero on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Ace goes down to about half health before he gets away. Boxy pursues, so does Mickey. Mickey opting to go for Dyrachyo. Trying to trouble. He's getting knocked around like a ping ball. Harpoon back in, normal punched up in the air, and he's dead. Celery chased after him, trying to save his carry. He's gonna fall right alongside.
Not caster Kirsty people.
Insania catches Ace, again the tankiest hero, but they're gonna go for him anyway. Convinced that with Dyrachyo gone, they can maybe get the kill, but no. They do manage to reset away from the Rolling Thunder, not too bad. Quinn is making a damage, bounced back by the Spirit Breaker. Still not quite enough unless the side blade hits. No! One of those shots missed, and as a result, Quinn lives to see another day, and they will live long enough for Dyrachyo to come back and save the day, perhaps.
And look at the range on this Templar Assassin, man. He's outranging a tower.
Radiant's
Is this fair?
middle tower has fallen.
This is balanced.
He's almost level 25, too. This is a huge talent to hit. The refraction charges are good this game, right? What is breaking it? Another back into the stun, into the harpoon.
Harpoon pulling back in. Dyrachyo has to use the waveform to jump away while Ace jumps into the fight. The Wukong's command is going to force both of them backwards, but the Spirit
that charge.
back into that. Now the normal punch. Boom, 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 and Dyrachyo dies again. He cannot stop these chain stuns. And once again, Celery diving after him will also fall.
Once you're locked in that arena, man, it's really hard to get out. Boxy is just having a free-for-all with these charges and the Lincoln Sphere. There's no control for the breaker. This Undying Techie support duo feels useless in these fights as Liquid are just running him down with HP out of control, stuns out of control, and you don't have BKBs on gaming. You still don't have them, so you can't stand your ground.
Keeps on fighting the opening here. The buyback now from Dyrachyo. This must pay out some dividends, but Dyrachyo immediately has to. Oh, and he got back. He
Just can't run, man.
Back in, and he's dead again. A dieback for Dyrachyo. Liquid have halted the Dyrachyo aggression, and they will let nobody leave. Ace struggling to get back to his fountain. Liquid say, hold up, guys. Wait a minute. We're getting a little bit close. Let's not throw this. And back to the second lane of barracks, which they will claim. There is still a tier 2 up at the top part of the map, but Liquid may just want to go through the tier 4s and straight for the Ancient. A buyback now on Quinn.
That is a swift Blink Templar Assassin right here. He's going to take your buildings very fast. Last team fight, you don't have your Morphling for it. You don't have a Tombstone, and you might not have a Razor.
Back in with the backing charge. Beautiful setup. Ace. He cannot get out of the Wukong's command this time because it's a level 25 Monkey King. The extra big range allows them to be able to zone out Gaming Gladiator to buy back on Ace. They're sticking on to Mickey. Hit him on forward, stab turns around, and looks like the damage is overwhelming. He may have stolen the damage away from Mickey, but there's still the Templar Assassin. The shot's coming in. Ace, nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. Team Liquid will even out the series and give themselves a chance at redemption against Gaming Gladiators.
Ooh, this is going to be a spicy game 3 right here, because you know Liquid, they have some confidence right now. They have some momentum. They've been looking for the wins against this team all year long, and finally, it seems like they're figuring some